I'm Tash.
And I'm Lani. And we're
My Two Wives.
So, hot topic today, we're going to discuss a little bit about sex and size.
She's picked sex and size.
I have picked sex and size.
She's been dying to release a juicy, dirty episode.
Look, I don't think it's about juicy or dirty, but that does like resonate with me. but it's also because obviously between no, I'm serious. See, now I've lost my train of thought. We'll start off with because I'm gaining weight, obviously, at the moment because I'm 24 weeks pregnant. Mm-hmm. So I've gone and I've put on like 9 kilos. And then in the past, before I got my gastric sleeve, in 2017 or something, I lost 55 kilos. So yeah. I know the difference between having sex thin, size 10, and then having sex at whatever size I've gotten to, which is, a bigger size. So yeah. I thought it was important to discuss. And also...
No, it's a good one, really, because how many people out there, women, particularly, I'm sure men too, absolutely. But
well, they're also the partners, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So they also go through, some men love it.
Yeah.
And the voluptuousness. Oh, they're just like... No, obviously I've been in a relationship when I was bigger and some of them just go ham on that. But
yeah,
also,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
The different positions you can get into.
Yeah, how light you feel when you're being thrown around and
yes.
it's just not as difficult for them.
Yes.
Yeah. And then how uncomfortable it is when you're trying to... Look, for me,
because you're in your journey at the moment.
I am in my journey. Yes. So I'm as I get thinner, I feel lighter and more movable, more pliable.
Yeah, 100%.
I can just move more.
Well, I think Michael can move you more too.
I still wouldn't go that far.
So that's what we're discussing today.
Okay, so we are talking about sex and how it changes as your body size changes.
Correct.
And how it makes you feel. Do you care? Do you not care? And everything in between all of that. So welcome to this one. So let's kick it off. I'll talk about my experience being a bigger girl because I am still on my weight loss journey.
You're doing well.
Thank you, wifey. I am down another, since we started, I think I'm down another 1.5 kilos. Yeah. So that's good. But it's definitely for me, because I'm very mental when it comes to the bedroom, that if I get stuck in my own head and I'll get fixated on it, it can really be
affect the sex life of it and the romanticism of it.
Yep, totally. So it can put me off it completely because I'm not comfortable with myself and I don't like the feeling of it.
Yep.
From my partner, my husband's perspective, it's absolutely...
I love that shit.
He hasn't seemed to have said or minded in...
He's never changed.
Nothing's changed ever.
If anything, he still wants to like devour your soul.
Yeah.
He's like...
So that's really
Sorry
nice.
that I know all your secrets, but I know. It's still good.
So good. But it's never as good as when I am feeling my best.
When you're in the right headspace.
When I'm in the right headspace. So
because that makes a big difference for some women.
Yeah.
Obviously, the confidence, being able to feel sexy within yourself changes a lot of stuff.
Yes.
And
because I visualize myself too when I'm doing it. I like to think of myself as not some huge, gigantic being. So when I think of myself like that, I'm really turned off. I don't enjoy that thought. For me, of myself.
I was going to say, because I can relate to the moment when I felt less feminine.
Yeah.
Because at one stage I started manhandling him.
Oh.
Yeah, in the room. This was years ago, obviously, when I like past relationships. And I just felt like I was bigger and I was doing more stuff physically. And at the same time, I just wasn't, he just wasn't stronger than I was or bigger than I was. Like the time.
Oh, you were the man.
Well, yeah, I was just bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at one stage, I lost the feminine traits, which, mind you, it was still good.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as good as how I like it personally now, which is to be the femme, to be overridden, to be
dominated.
Yeah.
I know.
Like I really like that.
Because
it's there's such a difference. And I remember,
if you like feeling that way, some women might like being...
Oh, 100%.
You know, if you like it.
Everyone's niche, right?
Yeah.
So whatever your niche is, That's
Yeah.
A-okay, baby.
But for us,
mine's definitely been like the feminine overridden. I remember the time that past relationship where he popped his shoulder out when he was lifting my legs up. I'm not even lying. So I lifted my legs up and then his shoulder popped and it just dropped and I saw like like his soul left his body. And obviously that was done and dusted. And I had to jump straight on the phone. He was like, call an ambulance. And I'm calling an ambulance. And he's there hanging. And we're both naked trying to find clothes and get ready. And I'm like, oh, my God, you need an ambulance. And then when the guy came in and was like, oh, how'd you do this, mate? Because we were real sweaty. And, yeah, he had to explain that he popped his leg. It's us. It's me.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, well, he was like trying to go down on me and lifted my leg up because I'm fucking, I was 120 something kilos. And he popped his shoulder out, lifting my leg up.
I was lifting up her pork leg.
Yeah, I know. I know, he really was. So I think that was also, because that was at the end before
That relationship, this one that you're talking about, I feel like he absolutely loved you in all your shapes and sizes as well.
100%. 100%. So weight was never an issue for him.
Yeah.
And I like appreciated that within the relationship because look, I think it's imperative, like, in your relationship that they still love you.
Yeah. But it does affect look, it does
affect
affect
me.
Yeah.
So by the end of the relationship,
in reverse. I mean, we're lucky to have not had that happen to us because that would break my heart. But if like some men and women experience that turn off when their partner gains weight. I haven't experienced that, but I'm grateful, like you said, to have not with, because that would hurt. Yeah. And it's always hard. Because I always think too, if Michael ever does or did, he would never, but if he did, I would just love the shit out of him. I would just love the shit out of him because that's just the way I love.
Yeah.
I'm not, and I'm real loyal and I'm real ride or die. But when I think of it, if I'm like, if this happened in reverse and he was the one getting chubby, I'd still love the shit out of him. I'd still sniff it.
I've always fattened my partners up.
You have. So she's a feeder.
That was my love language for such a long time.
Yeah,
when I was like more than a housewife.
Yeah.
It was definitely my love language was to feed you.
I know.
Do you want 6 chops for lunch? I'll make it with some roast potatoes and spuds and and trimmings and choppings and da-da-da-da-da.
You were.
And then you'd come home and I'd be like, I'll give you some more food.
Yeah.
And then you eat me. But that's how that works.
And then they pop their shoulders out.
Yeah, pop their shoulders out. They also gained weight, obviously.
They did. Actually, yeah. And so what were your thoughts on that? How did that make you feel?
It didn't change the bedroom
side of things?
No, not at all. Not at all I felt for them. Like nothing had changed on their performance. I was like, great. No, everything's still.
Did you look at them and think I'm not attracted?
I was like, let me eat your soul.
That's what I think would happen if 100%. Michael ever did. I'd just still be as totally in love with him as ever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it was for me, just my self-confidence.
Yeah.
I lost it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't feel like I could perform to my
what matches the inside with what's happening on the outside. The demon dick slayer on the inside.
Mate, this morning, I know I'm gaining weight now.
How far along are you?
So 24 weeks.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 24 weeks this week. And gained, I think, about 9 kilos since I got to my peak body. But doing squats, I lasted like 3 seconds.
Whoa.
I was like, squats. And I was like, yeah, tap out. Let's mix this shit up.
Yeah, so right. Okay.
It's definitely changed.
Do you think pregnancy sex is different from just fat
overweight?
Sex?
No,
yeah.
I think it's the same.
You feel the same?
I feel it's the same.
Yeah.
So I think it's the gaining of the weight that changes your capabilities on what you can physically do. For me.
Oh, yes, for you.
Because I'm like even putting my leg a certain way and I have to try and put it a different way. And I'm like, what the hell? I used to be able to sit it here and hold it there and flay it there. But
those ones, they're gone. Yeah,
so
I know.
That depletes my confidence when I can't do it. So makes me a little bit sad. But look, it's a countdown. I think the difference between being pregnant, which is the positive, is out of it I'll get a beautiful baby.
Yeah.
Probably pregnant again. No, I'm joking.
Please.
But out of it, I will get the beautiful baby, and then the body will bounce back indefinite. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
So,
You're gymming it hard. Like, you're really on top of it. Like, keeping your
100%.
shit together. But I feel...
when you're big,
Yeah.
it's like, am I ever going to get back to where
Yes,
do you know
because
what I mean?
you know with baby it's coming out, everything's going to go
There's a
back to
reason.
normal, and there's like you said, a countdown to
reason
the
why.
end.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're just big, you're like, holy shit. As we discussed in our weight loss episode, when you're bigger, you kind
And
of
it struggles.
Yeah, and it struggles. One of the things you've got to try and do is tell your brain not to give up on trying to get back to your best self. And I suppose when I used to think about when I'm bigger, I always was like, I just can't. One of the things I always wanted to get back to was my size for the best sex possible. So because it's just on another level, it's another tier.
It is.
It's just
I think your
it's top
health
tier.
outweighs everything, and then you don't realize how important health can be, even when you're having like a mad 20-minute session or a 40-minute sex session.
Yeah.
As to opposed to this morning,
Yeah.
I made like 10 seconds of squats, and I was like, baby, we gotta switch it up. I can't do this. I actually didn't say that, by the way, but I was
What?
like, I didn't tell him that I was struggling hard. I was just like, I'm just gonna like, let's move over here and do it this way. But I was struggling.
You
But-
turn around, you're like,
Yeah.
I hope you didn't
No, I
see
was
that.
holding my breath. I'm like putting my head in the pillow, like, okay, hold it. Yeah. So one of those ones. So look, I think
oh shit.
health is so important now. I've learned that over the years as
Yeah.
we've gotten older.
Yeah.
Especially like what we're hitting now, mid-30s.
Ew. Literally going past mid-30s into...
What do you mean? We're
yeah,
gonna be
not
fabulous
in
40s.
The fabulous 40s. Yeah,
Fabulous
well.
40s, yeah. no, I'm like holding up threes. Fabulous 40s. So we're going to make that.
I can't believe that we're going
Close to
that
the
way.
40s.
Yeah, like that's
100%.
crazy.
We're
Yeah.
going to go 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. We're living to 103, by the way.
She is. She's got this number in her brain that we're living
103.
till 103.
And we need to be healthy. So
Yes.
I think really
Yeah.
important is the staying on top of the health,
Yeah.
incorporating gym and yours now, which is eating.
And
by the
sunlight.
way. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I know the journey's been magical. This time around, it is
Because you can
top
work it
tier.
into your daily life.
what?
I hate saying diet because I feel like if we say
No,
diet,
this is not. No,
That's what I mean.
okay.
I
So
hate
this,
saying diet.
This is what I should point out. Actually, if we're going to
It's a
talk
lifestyle.
about the journey this time, as opposed to all the other things I've ever done in my entire 35 years of existence, is that this is just me now. This is now a lifestyle that I am never going to get sick of. And I don't even want to. And every other time I've been on a diet, I have had a thought.
diet.
Yeah, a diet. I've thought, oh, I can't wait till this ends.
yes.
Nay. This time, it's hit different. So if anybody missed it in the other episode, this time for me, it's getting a lot of my sun exposure, focusing on a very high protein and a higher fat diet as opposed to just a low carb diet.
Yep.
So it's still managing to control my blood sugar
Yep.
and make sure that the right cholesterol is high. And really imperative this time around that I never did before was getting my sunlight in.
Because we
And-
forget. Because we like
Yeah.
people work,
Yeah.
5 days a week, and they're always inside. So I think when you don't, and then weekends happen, and you get busy doing whatever.
Yeah.
People don't realize how little time they spend in the sun.
Yeah, it's made such a huge impact to keeping my hunger down. Unbelievable. That and the high protein, higher fat sort of ratios have really kicked it
Lamb
off this time.
cutlets with slithers of fat on it.
Yeah, I'd gnaw on that bone. But one thing that's come about, and it rolls right back into our sex, is how incredibly insane my libido has been since
I know.
Oh,
You're turning into a me.
ooh.
It's not a bad thing, by the way.
Ooh.
Trust me, I've
I
been
don't know what
happening.
happened. It just has been like,
Yeah.
A
It's
lot.
spiked it up.
oh, it's
so,
spiked. My poor husband.
No.
No, I
What do you
think-
mean? He's sitting over there being like, yeah, okay, the new, I'm a happy, happy, happy man. I'm serious.
Yeah, I just can't get enough of him. Can't.
good.
Oh my God, I just want to inhale him.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with the man.
It really, that really is your
So
libido.
yeah, that's come from being healthy. So yes,
is.
health is crucial. Exactly what you said. It's crucial in the libido aspect and the sex aspect. I'm not even at my physical peak, and it's like
I know,
that's already
I'm
peaking.
remembering too, because in it having that self confidence, when I was like 110, 20 something kilos, my libido was down too.
Yeah.
I remember I was like,
and that's really hard. Like
that's really
for
bad
her,
for me.
because she's got a very high sex drive.
That was like once a week, I think. Once a week to once a fortnight. And I was in my 20s, mind you. Yes, I'm in my 30s. Yes, it can be like that at the moment.
Yeah.
But that's due to time. I back then had less children, less businesses, and I had more time to be consistently horny like I was. However, I wasn't because of the weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So it actually does.
It has huge.
I didn't actually think about that, but yeah, it lowered my libido.
Yeah.
And I remember it was making like, once a week, and he's like, don't you love me anymore? We're only doing it once a week. And I'm like, I'm just not in the mood.
Yeah.
So,
And to not be in a mood and deprive a man of that.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
don't, because
we
I
don't like that. For us.
No, we don't.
We like our love language is intimacy
Yeah. Yeah.
and spoiling our men in yours is cooking and
I'm
intimacy.
still an acts of service, but
Yes.
I definitely don't like to. I just don't think it's good to leave a man untouched.
Oh, 100%.
I love to give that to him.
100%.
Yeah, so-
Even with size, because like, look, in our partnerships when we've been bigger,
Yeah.
they still want it.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing changed.
A real man still wants every.
I know. I find that so romantic.
I know, so do
Even though I'm
I.
disgusted in myself, I'm just looking at him. I'm like,
And you're not confident, and
How
you're
do
like,
you
no,
love
I'm not feeling
this?
myself. They're still feeling me.
more love,
know,
baby.
right?
More
So-
love.
That's definitely
Yeah, it's very romantic. I know
it is
that sounds-
romantic.
Yeah. So, but getting the best version of myself for him again. So that I find that romantic for me too.
Yeah,
like I just
good.
really, he deserves that.
He does deserve
Yeah,
that.
he
He's a good
does,
man.
yeah.
There's lots of good men out there. And I think, what, we also appreciate our men even if they've gained a few kilos as well. Like, we can see how it is equal, for each other.
Actually,
and that's what
did,
love is.
Michael did gain weight.
No, I remember there was a point when
No,
he had
he did gain a
tubby
little
belly.
bit. Yeah, and do
And
you
he
know
likes
what?
the cushion to
I loved
cuddle.
it. I just was like, can you actually get bigger?
I remember the cushion to cuddle.
It was like, just lie
in
on
winter.
me. Yeah, he's like my big teddy.
Yeah.
I know. I just want.
And then he fluctuates because you work so hard, and then he's like
Oh.
up and down. He doesn't even need to go to gym. that
One
man.
day, and
Yeah.
he could be like, oh, I
5
just went in
kilos,
for a day,
goodbye.
and it would just come off like that. Yeah, for him, like God fucking bless him for that. But yeah, anyway, that's how love. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Anyway, so
Well-
that was our quick chat about
Sex and size
sex
today.
and size and body size,
Yeah.
not size.
Yeah. We'll do one of those ones another time.
To be honest, that's actually what I thought she wanted to talk
Oh,
about.
no.
Yeah, I was like,
No, mine was definitely.
course she
'cause
wants to talk about
this
sex and
morning,
size.
I thought it was, let's discuss stuff that resonate with us. And
Yeah.
This morning I'm sitting there with my legs trying to sway and squat and breathe.
yeah.
I thought that should be a good little pop-up one to
Yeah, no,
discuss.
that's good. No, because
how
that's
many
real.
women
That's a real one.
go through birth?
Yeah.
How many men also have gained weight through women being pregnant because they catch that pregnancy hormone and they gain weight? Because that's a
Yeah.
real thing too,
Yeah, where they just, it's like support.
And then comfortability, and everyone loves each other, and we sit there and we eat. So
I know it's like a bonding too when
it's
you
terrible.
bond. Yeah, bonding when Michael's not like that with me. He's not a foodie, so he loves my cooking.
Yep.
But he's not. We don't sit there and like he wouldn't sit there and like
bond over food.
orgasm about the
Yeah.
food that's in his
Yeah.
mouth like I would with you when we go to dinner.
Yes, that's our love language.
Yeah, but but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So yes, our size and sex today, and the struggles that we've had, and
Yeah.
hopefully you ladies
Or gentlemen.
or gentlemen are focusing on obviously just getting your place to where you want to be happy, and
Yeah.
trust us that we can say both ways that with partners they've still been happy,
Yeah.
but it's just important
And if
to
you're with the right person, you should you can-
accepted.
yeah, but to be accepted, to be loved, and knowing that they're going to be with you through the
I know
the shit.
This one,
yeah,
love
the
you,
pregnancy,
baby.
the fat,
Stay
the
with
best.
me because I'm ballooning out. Stuff's looking different. Colors.
Yeah, she's
It's
changed,
all on a
baby.
change. Oh,
No.
it is 10 kilos so far. So
That's all right. You're more than halfway.
I am more than halfway.
Yeah,
but
so
still.
you're doing really well.
Oh yeah.
Definitely not getting as big as you have during pregnancy.
My confidence
yeah.
isn't where I would like it to be because I can't perform how I want. But yeah, the countdown's on. So pregnancy weight, you have a countdown, and then the same with even your standard normal size.
Yeah.
You just count down. You just got to start it. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Is start focusing on, like you have, and you've gone and
Yeah.
taken that step for yourself.
Yeah.
Is
been
focus
good.
on life changes and a lifestyle rather than
Yeah.
a diet.
And a life you want to live. I know that, because I am absolutely 16 years on and I'm still obsessed with that man. But the sex is unmatched. It's unmatched at its peak when I'm at my peak. Like, it's next level. Like,
Yeah, so
forget
you've
it.
still
See,
got, like,
so to
levels
think
to
I've got to
go.
go back, I want to go back to that.
Yeah.
Because that is just, it's just so much fun.
goals.
And I don't, it's goals, and I don't want to live a life not enjoying the best of
And
that.
deprive him of that.
Yeah.
'Cause he deserves that.
Yeah, so that's, that's us.
Yep,
the
that's our
sex
story
and
at the moment.
size.
Something that resonates, and
Yeah.
we'll come back with some Q&As very soon.
Yeah. Okay.
God bless.
Bye.